Welcome to the DAZN Boxing Show presented by Universal Pictures Night Swim, only in theatres January the 5th. Make sure you get your tickets for that one right now. We're in the magnificent kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Riyadh season, and it doesn't get bigger than this Saturday is December 23rd, day of reckoning. Ade Oladipo alongside a couple of former world champions, Darren Barker and Sergio, the Latin snake. Mora, no nickname for you.
Dazzling.
Oh, is that what you were?
Yeah.
Darren, Dazzling Barker.
No, Dazzling Darren Barker.
Dazzling Darren Barker.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the Latin snake, is it?
Don't roll off.
Was you guys ever close to getting it on?
You won the title at 154, correct?
No,
160. I wanted a 154, but I was a career 160. But to answer your question, no.
No conversations. No. Anyone got any gloves?
We'll take some of Saudi money.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in. I can't fight. Let's talk about this magnificent card. It really is an incredible card. You can see everything behind us. This is something really special. I want to start on the main event. I want to start with you, Sergio. Me and Darren have spoken about this to death. On the main event, AJ versus Otto. And some people have said a banana skin. What's your thoughts?
Banana skin. I never heard that
You
before.
never heard that phrase, banana skin?
But banana skins could actually be dangerous if you're not careful.
That's it. You slip. That's the idea.
No, I hear you. But here's the thing about Anthony Joshua. He already fought him in the amateurs a couple of times. I mean, he was a former sparring partner, so he's well familiar with Otto Wallin's style. So I just think he's already too comfortable. So it was a calculated risk them picking him. But look, it is boxing, and you mentioned the banana peel. This is a big man that went the distance with another bigger man in Tyson Fury. So you got to respect that. And you never know what could happen. Joshua's been cracked before. You know, there's been a lot of talk about where his psyche is, bouncing from trainer to trainer. So everything could be one perfect storm, and he can slip on a banana peel.
He certainly can. On that trainer to trainer situation, obviously you had one trainer, long time, forever, so you were comfortable with that, going to the gym, knowing exactly what was asked of you from Tony Sims. AJ, now Ben Davison, Lee Wiley in the background. What do you make of this move from, I don't know if it's permanent, but this move from Derek James to Ben Davison?
Look, it's down to the individual. Like for me, I had that stability, I had that trust in Tony Sims, who I had from start to finish, 10 years, and I knew where I stood. With Anthony Joshua or any of these other fighters that change trainers, it's potentially another string to their bow. New techniques, new training methods, and it may be a happier environment for them. He seems happy. He seems happy to me. He's seems like he's bouncing off the instructions given. And look, we want to see a dangerous, a happy Anthony Joshua. We could find him now.
I thought we had that with Derek James, Sergio.
Yeah.
What we're saying now is I feel like what we were saying when he signed to Derek. He's a happier AJ. He's learning from one of the best. He's in a camp with other killers in the camp, and all of a sudden, he's not in that camp anymore.
I'm with Darren on this one. I've been with my day one trainer from the amateurs to the pros. You got to stick to your day one, the guy that got you to the world championship. He knows you better because, look, you can't just build trust with one camp or two camps. It doesn't matter how good you are because it's a psyche, it's a mind game. So at this point of Anthony Joshua's career, he's already been cracked. He's already been to the top. He's already been stopped. He just has to know that he's going to be fragile. He's mentally fragile. He needs to get around that, and stylistically, I just think he can't find a perfect style.
Yeah, and there's a danger that you can be caught in between styles. Right. Too much information. There's just too much going on.
Too much overload, right?
An overload, and you're trying to pick the best parts or the best tactics from each. But it's a lot of information.
Dazzling Barker, I swear to you, you just took the words out of my mouth. You can't have too many voices in the corner, and you can't have too many voices telling you how to box. He won a gold medal. AJ won a gold medal. He knows how to fight like a big man. Yeah. He was one of the most vicious punchers in boxing. He needs to get back to that. But because he already got cracked, he got that chin checked, everything changes. Then it's temperament, then it's character. What type of fighter are you? And that's what we all question in AJ.
Yeah, we'll find out what type of AJ we have Saturday, December 23rd. He takes on Otto Wallin, former unified heavyweight champion, against Otto Wallin, a very, very dangerous fighter. Talking to former champions, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. Another banana skin.
No.
Now you know it. Another banana skin. What do you make of Deontay Wilder? We haven't seen him, Sergio, for ages, right? It was hilarious, and that was only a round. Before that, it was a year out, and he got beat by Tyson Fury, got stopped in that fight. Where is Deontay Wilder right now, do you think?
Listen, man, this is going to be a tricky fight because, look, he's not fighting no banana peel. He's fighting a former champion in Joseph Parker, a guy that's been in there with the absolute best, accustomed to fighting big men.
Yeah.
All right, so That's not a banana peel. So this is not an easy fight for Deontay Wilder, who's been inactive. What did he fight? 1 round in the last 2 years?
Yep.
Back-to-back losses, knockouts by Tyson Fury. So where's his mind
38
at?
as well now.
And 38 years
38,
old, fighting a young man at 31.
Yeah, indeed.
Do you know what? I'm really starting to get dragged in by this Joe Parker. The swag about him, this confidence, this, I don't know. He's 31 years old. He believes he's peaking now. He's peaking now. He's got Andy Lee in his corner, the coach that was part of the team that orchestrated Tyson Fury's win over Wilder. Is that installing a further confidence in Joe Parker?
He's in camp with Fury every day, pretty much. So,
and there's something about him. You know, as fighters, we know you can see when a fighter is kind of lying behind their words.
I love the way you just did that. You said add fighters and you moved that way. as in, let's get a step away. You see what you just did there? Did you see that? As fighters, and he went over here. Like, Ade, you won't understand.
And then there's some fighters that really believe what they're saying. And I sense that with Parker. I think he really believes, I'm going to beat Wilder. I'm going to prove everyone. This is me. This is going to be the Joe Parker show.
Indeed. Jarrell Miller versus Daniel Dubois is one of those fights where everyone was like, we didn't ask for it. No one wanted it. But all of a sudden, now it's here. We're like, oh, 1 second. This could steal the show. We don't know what Jarrell Miller's going to look like. He hasn't looked the same Jarrell Miller as he did prior to his issues. Daniel Dubois coming off that loss to Alexander Usyk. Which way you going in this one, Sergio?
I like Dubois. It's make or break for him. I mean, this is a big man that, he knows how to fight like a big man, but that's another fighter that, he got cracked. He already got stopped. And, a lot of people question his heart, but you don't get hit in the eye socket like that and just bounce back. But then the Usyk fight, this is another fight where we question what does he really have. So there's a man that's been stopped twice. I really like that fight because Miller's been inactive. Miller, we don't know what he is off his past problems. Are we going to talk about his past problems?
No. I mean, let's not. We can't just sweep him under the DAZN.
Because I am not.
No.
I am not. So look,
this
is a man that was a problem when he was on PEDs. Now he's off that. Now we're going to see what he has.
He looks terrible. His
body is not the same. He looks very overweight, and his feet aren't as fast. He looks top heavy. I'm going to keep it real. If Dubois is in shape, this is a perfect opportunity for him to get back on top. And he's one big punch away because Miller doesn't look like the goods. He still
talks, so that's what's convincing people.
And he's a promoter's dream. And listen, I'm going to be watching, but I just think he just doesn't look the part.
Do you know how much he weighs?
I know he's pushing 320 something.
Yeah, 325. You watched the show yesterday. Just say you watched the show yesterday. It's fine. What are you thinking?
Yeah,
you've always kind of leaned to Dubois.
I have lent towards Dubois because now he's a clean athlete, Miller. He hasn't been the same since he's come back. He's been sluggish. He's been slow. I mean, to name an opponent, Bracamonte, having a war against Bracamonte. No disrespect to the Argentinian, but if you're of a level, you should be dealing with that man easily. And he never. He had a life and death with him. I just feel Dubois, another one like Parker, full of confidence. He suffered the good, the bad, the ugly. It's about him going in there now, trying to take Miller into those horrible dark trenches and hope he does what Miller's saying he's going to do to him, make Miller quit.
All right, so many good fighters on this card, but arguably the best fighter on the card is the guy that I think is pound for pound no worse than number 6, and that's Dimitri Bivol. We haven't seen Dimitri Bivol all year. Fight of the year in 2022, he's back. He takes on Lyndon Arthur. Look, I want to see Dimitri Bivol versus, again, Artur Beterbiev, Callum Smith, Joshua Boazzi, but I just want to see him fight most and foremost. So it's good to see him in the ring again, Sergio.
Hey, look, it's great to see him back, but that's what happens when you become the big man. When you beat guys like Canelo, when you beat guys like Cyril Ramirez, you become the man. You demand more money, then business gets involved. But business aside, the thing about Dimitri Bivol is it's all right that he's going to be off a year layoff because he has one of the best jabs, if not the best jab in boxing. So look, all it takes is for him to shake off cobwebs behind that jab. It doesn't matter what Arthur brings. That jab's going to keep him in check, and he's going to get the cobwebs off. He's going to be just fine in this fight. So the cobwebs don't hurt. Don't worry about that. He's going to be just fine.
Yeah. Doesn't get much tougher for Arthur. This is as tough as it gets. Bivol, another level.
Best light heavyweight, or is it Beterbiev?
No.
Beterbiev, we're going Bivol.
Oh yeah,
we're going Bivol. No DAZN bias there. We're all going Bivol.
Bivol.
Okay, Bivol it is then. It's a hat trick. All right, let's remind us of what we've got coming your way this Saturday. We'll kick things off in the heavyweight division. It is Frank Sanchez versus Junior Far. We stick in the heavyweight division. Filip Hrgović will take on Mark Dumori. Then the former IBF Cruiserweight champion, the ring recognized #1 cruiser on the planet, Jai Pattaya, takes on London's Ellis Zorro. Arslanbek Mahmudov, one of the biggest heavyweights out there right now, takes on unbeaten former European champion Agit Kabayel. Dimitri Bivol, the WBA light heavyweight champion, takes on Lyndon Arthur. Danny Dubois will take on Jarrell Miller. Former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder takes on former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker. And then it is former unified heavyweight champion, your main event, Anthony Joshua, taking on Otto Wallin. That's coming this Saturday. Make sure you scan the QR code. You don't want to miss this one. They're reckoning, I think, one of the greatest fight cards we've ever seen.
He kissed me.
No, he didn't.
Getting a vibe here. Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Warning. Never swim alone.
When we were fixing up the pool, they said it hadn't been used in 15 years.
Warning.
Marco.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Marco.
Night Swim, January 5th. Rated PG-13.